I would like to welcome Mala Adiga. She is the Deputy Assistant to the President of the United States and Policy Director to the First Lady. In January 2017, Mala joined the Biden Foundation, where she worked to advance community colleges and support military families, followed by her time as a policy advisor to the Biden for President campaign and the Biden-Harris transition team. During the Obama-Biden administration, she served as the Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for academic programs, responsible for overseeing a wide range of international educational programs, including the Fulbright and Gilman programs, and as Chief of Staff and Senior Advisor to the Ambassador at Large in the Secretary of State's Office of Global Women's Issues. Prior to entering government service, Mala began her legal career working in litigation and clerking for a U.S. District Court judge. She earned her JD from the University of Chicago Law School and her MPH from the University of Minnesota. At this time, please help me welcome Mala Adiga. You want to come up?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Aninye, for your leadership and for bringing us together today. I've worked with Dr. Biden for nearly 8 years, and in my current role as her policy director, I'm lucky to have helped her with her efforts to make this world a better place. For students who are able to pursue workforce training that will open doors to a good-paying job. For cancer patients and their families who, for the first time, have a navigator by their side providing the support they need. For military spouses who are able to keep their careers by working remotely as they move their family to a new base. And Dr. Biden's most recent initiative, the White House Initiative on Women's Health Research, which is focused on how to fundamentally change how the United States approaches and funds women's health research. Last year, Dr. Biden learned about a gap you all know too well, that women have been historically understudied and underrepresented in health research despite making up half of the population. Women often leave their healthcare providers with more questions than answers because too much of our medical knowledge is based on men. Women suffer from health conditions for which we don't have the needed solutions for diagnosis or treatment. So Dr. Biden, as she does best, set out to change that. She brought the issue to President Biden, and less than a year later, his administration has secured lasting accomplishments that could change so much for women. So let me tell you about a few of them. First, ARPA-H, the agency President Biden created to fund the biggest and boldest ideas in health, launched its first ever Sprint for Women's Health. That $100 million investment will fund innovations that could be life-changing for women, from heart health to ovarian health. Second, the National Institutes of Health committed $200 million for interdisciplinary women's health research, taking a first step towards creating a central fund that could lead to foundational discoveries in women's health. For example, looking at how menopause affects heart health, brain health, and bone health. And third, a first-of-its-kind executive order directing the most comprehensive set of actions to make the federal government work better in women's health research, so that when the US government funds research, it includes women from the beginning. That means making sure women are enrolled in clinical trials and that researchers design studies, analyze data, and report findings in ways that improve women's health. And just yesterday, Dr. Biden announced that the US Department of Defense is investing $500 million in women's health research. This research will benefit not only our women's service members, but all women in areas like rheumatoid arthritis, cardiovascular health, and chronic fatigue. So all of this momentum feels unstoppable. And President Biden and Dr. Biden know that we must invest in women's health. And that's why during his State of the Union, the president called on Congress to make a bold investment of $12 billion in women's health research. But we can't do this by ourselves. The scientific community brings new findings on women's health to light. The private sector brings women's health innovations to market. And so to the health leaders, government officials, advocates, and policy experts here in this room and virtually, we are honored to join you in this important effort. And working all together, the President and First Lady want to write a different future. One where women feel empowered when it comes to our health, one where women get the answers we need, and one where women everywhere around the world can lead happy, healthy lives. Thank you.